Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to video number 2, where a number of you have asked if it's possible I could do something on putting and putters. So hence today's video is all about putting and putters. So one question that's come to me is, what style of putter should I be using for my putting game? Well, putting strokes tend to come into 3 different styles. There's one that's a straight back and through stroke. There's one that's got a slight arc to it, and then one that's got a strong arc to it. And each putter that's out on the market would suit a different style of putting stroke. So it's important that when you select the putter that you like the look of, that it actually fits your putting stroke itself. The worst case scenario is that you have what's called a face balance putter, where when you hold the putter on its balance point, the face is horizontal. If you've got a strong arc, where you need to use a putter that the toe hangs downwards on, because that can actually have an effect on how the ball itself comes off the putter face. So something perhaps for when we could do eventually get back out onto the golf course that we can have a look at in the studio or on the putting green with you to make sure you've got those right things. Secondly, size of grip and how that affects the performance of your putting stroke. So as you've known over the last few years, putting grips have become bigger and bigger and bigger, and there are advantages and disadvantages of both a thick grip and a narrow grip. A narrow grip can promote really good feel through your hands, and a wide grip can reduce the amount of wrist rotation, helping you to keep the putter face square. But the thick grips take away the feel element. It's almost like trying to hold a cricket bat and making a little stroke with it. It's a little bit too difficult to control the feel of your putting through that with a very strong, very big grip on your putter. So it's crucial you get the right size one for you. Me personally, I use a mid-size grip. I find it just really nice and comfortable for me. Second little point on grips is, which style of grip should I use? Should I use a reverse overlapping grip, or my left hand below my right hand, which is the grip that I personally prefer? You could have a normal grip, you could have a split hold hand, you could use the claw. There's no right or wrong putting grip to use. Do what feels comfortable for you. Okay. So if Suzanne could now come round the side, because one little key part that we want to have a little look at is in putting itself. There's a couple of really key elements that we want to try to ensure happen. So one question that was asked when I did a clinic a little last year, or a couple of years ago actually now, with helping people with their putting and getting the alignment right, we placed 3 or 4 coins on the ground directly in a straight line to our hole. And when we place the putter head in behind the golf ball, we want to try to address it so that when we look at all of those coins, they all look in the correct alignment. Now, some people suggest that we should have our eyes directly over the top of the golf ball. Well, when I do that, all these coins look in completely different directions. So some people like standing really close to the ball and they have their eyes a long way outside of the ball and they can see all 4 coins in a straight line. Brilliant. For me personally, I have to stand slightly away from the golf ball where my eye line falls inside the coins, or inside the golf ball actually. That enables me to make sure that my putter is pointing in the right direction towards my hole, and I can see all 4 coins in a dead straight line. As we say, there's no right or wrong position to get yourself into. You've got to be able to see whether each one of these coins lines up to the centre of the hole. So you need to understand or try to get yourself in a position where your body allows you to do that. The final element that I want to try and talk about is the putting stroke itself. Again, there's no right or wrong. You can have a straight back and straight through stroke, you could have a slight arc stroke, or you can have a strong arc. Whichever one you adopt, whichever one you have, one thing is always common. You must start the ball on the line on which you intend to hit it. So fingers crossed I can make my little putting stroke and I can start the ball over that first coin. Okay, so quite happy with that one as a putting start. Now you as golfers in your living rooms or in your kitchens, you can create little things like this, the line of the 4 coins, or you can put T-pegs upside down to make sure that you start your ball on line, or you can use one of these little devices to give yourself a chance of getting the ball started on the right lines. Hope those tips helps. Remember guys, please like the channel or subscribe to the channel. Down below somewhere there's a little thumbs up. You can give a thumbs up on the video, and please remember to share it. Take care folks, stay safe, and we'll see you very soon.